5 years. That is how long it used to take to become qualified. 5 years of study to work on systems that now evolve every 5 weeks. Recently, breakthroughs in hypersonic simulation did not just change aerospace engineering, they exposed something bigger. The traditional degree? It is already obsolete, and the companies building the future, they are not hiring for what you know. They are measuring how fast you can update what you know while you are working. This is the death of the 5-year degree, and the rise of something much more demanding. Welcome back to the show. Here we break down 3 things: what is already here, what is coming next, and what you can do to stay ahead of it. Because the future of work is not theoretical anymore. It is already being deployed inside companies like Lockheed Martin. And if you are in tech, Salesforce, engineering, or any knowledge-based field, this shift is coming for you next. Let us start with what is already happening. Hypersonic systems, vehicles traveling at Mach 5 and beyond, used to be limited by hardware, materials, heat resistance, physical testing constraints, but that is not the bottleneck anymore. The real breakthroughs came from software. AI-driven simulation environments can now run thousands of design iterations in the time it used to take to run one physical test. They model thermal stress, airflow instability, control dynamics, and they evolve in real time. That created a new problem. The engineers could not keep up, because the models they were trained on were already outdated. A degree earned 5 years ago, it reflects a simulation environment that no longer exists. So companies like Lockheed started shifting to something radically different: weekly micro-credentialing. Not certifications you earn once and hang on the wall, but skills you continuously revalidate. Not based on what you studied, based on the current version of the tools you are using today. In this world, the bottleneck is not compute power, it is human learning speed. So how do you fix that? You do not send people back to school, you bring school into the work. This is what I call agentic pedagogy. Imagine AI systems embedded directly into the engineering workflow. They are not just assistants you occasionally ask for help. They are observers. They watch how engineers build, simulate, and test in real time. And they are looking for one thing: skill gaps. The moment a gap appears, using an outdated model, applying an inefficient method, missing a new optimization, the system intervenes. Not with a 6-hour course, with a micro-learning injection. 2 minutes, 3 minutes, right inside the flow of work. You get a short explanation, a quick example, maybe a tiny challenge. Then immediately, apply it. Validate it. Get scored, work, detect, learn, apply. Verify, over and over again. The workplace becomes the classroom, and you are not blocking off time to go learn. You are learning because you are working. Now let us talk about what is coming next. Because once you can measure skills in real time, the entire idea of a job starts to break. Instead of fixed roles like propulsion engineer, systems architect, senior developer, you get dynamic capability profiles. Think of a live map of what someone can do right now. Not 5 years ago, not based on a resume. Right now, companies are already building internal talent marketplaces powered by AI. Here is how it works. A high-stakes problem appears, maybe a new instability in a hypersonic control system. Instead of assigning a pre-built team, the system breaks the problem into specific tasks. Then it scans the entire workforce and asks, who has the most recently validated skill for this? Who performed best on similar simulations last week? Who adapted fastest to the latest model update? It assembles a team in real time. They swarm the problem, then dissolve when the problem is solved. This is a fluid workforce, but there is a catch. You cannot move fast and break things when you are building things that fly at Mach 10. So every decision has to balance 2 forces, speed and absolute safety. This is where digital twins come in. Every critical system has a virtual replica. Before a newly learned skill is ever applied in the real world, it is tested in simulation. Imagine an engineer learning a new thermal shielding adjustment. Before it touches hardware, that new approach gets stress tested, pushed to failure, and evaluated across edge cases in the digital twin. And the system does not just check, did you complete the training? It asks, Did your implementation actually perform under pressure? At the same time, AI is monitoring real decisions, comparing them to known optimal patterns, flagging anomalies, reinforcing best practices. But the hardest shift is not technical. It is human, because now experience is no longer the final word, continuous validation is. And for a lot of veteran professionals, that is a very different world. They are used to saying, I have done this for 20 years, I know what I am doing. Now the system is quietly asking, are you still the best person for this, today? So what do you do with all of this? This is the part that matters most. Because this model is not going to stay locked inside aerospace. It is coming to Salesforce ecosystems. It is coming to finance. It is coming to healthcare. It is coming to every knowledge-based industry. Here are a few ways to stay ahead. First, stop thinking in terms of credentials. Start thinking in terms of capability velocity. How fast can you learn, apply, and prove a new skill? Second, pull learning into your workflow. Do not separate I am working and I am learning. If you are not learning while you work, you are already falling behind the people who are. Third, start using AI as a feedback system, not just a tool. Do not just ask it for answers. Ask it to critique your work. Where are you inefficient? Where are you using outdated patterns? What would it do differently, and why? And fourth, get comfortable with continuous revalidation. The future is not, I am qualified. It is, I can prove I am qualified. Right now, your value will not come from one big certification. It will come from a long trail of recently verified performance. The 5-year degree did not die because education stopped mattering. It died because the world started changing faster than traditional education could keep up. And in its place, we are building something new. A system where learning never stops, where work is the classroom, and where your value is measured in real time. The question is not whether this model will reach your industry. It is how prepared you will be when it does. Because the people who win in this next phase will not be the ones who simply know the most. They will be the ones who can update themselves the fastest. If you want to stay ahead of what is here and what is coming next, make sure you are subscribed and share this with someone who is still betting their future on a static degree. We are just getting started.